Beautiful part of the world. And there it is, Nigel, on course again, on screen again there. Cloud9, Hybo, Dr. Evil, the gully, really the gully, I guess, the end of the top section before they come down through N3 Cathala, and then you can see that big pedally straight down to the jugs.
Yeah, the gully, Rob, is probably the fastest section of any course.
So course led 3.14 kilometres.
You know, as you were saying, Rob, that gully section coming into those big 60-foot tabletop, probably one of the fastest parts of any course. Top guys.
So let's have a look at this.
Hey, this is Greg Manal. We're here in Pietermaritzburg for the 2013 World Mountain Bike Championships. We're in my back garden, and I'm going to take you down the downhill. This is the first real obstacle in the downhill. You've just come out the start gate, you've nailed the right hand corner, and you're going to launch off this rock straight over the rocks after it. You're not going to notice them. The only thing it might throw you is you haven't warmed up and found your rhythm on track, but I don't think that's going to be an issue here. So we're at Cloud9. This is the first real steep section of the track. You've done some high-speed stuff, a bit of rock. You come flying in on the off-canvas section, so you're going to be hard on the brakes before you drop in down the Cloud9. There's only going to be two different line choices down here. One on the left, more direct, straight down to the right-hander at the bottom, and the line on the right, which has got a bit of a sweeper coming in, down Cloud9, and then to the right at the bottom. A section like this, you just want to keep your average speed up and get through as smooth as you can. Probably about halfway, fastest speed of the track. I think last year we had 85, it's going to be a lot quicker than that this year. Next up, the tabletops. From the gully and flying down, hitting these two tabletops. We're about halfway now. Landon got this N3 coming up. The N3 is all the pedaling, all the suffering. Pedal hard, keep going, grit your teeth. Coming to the end of the N3, you've got a big pedal to get over this road gap. Once you're done with this, it's a short little pedal and you're back down into the bum hole. You come off this jump, you land quite a long way down, and this is where you hear the crowd just cheering you on. You get goosebumps just talking about it. You hit that last split, not much track left, it's all gritting your teeth now down to the finish line. This is pretty much your last obstacle coming down the hill. It's the last place you want to punch it, but it can easily happen in this rock section, so you've got to really pick your line well. Once you cross that finish line, it's all about the time.
Well, thanks to Greg Menard taking us down there again. And then great to get an on-bike perspective of just what this course is like. But even he said, quite a pain, lot of pain you got to go through, man. What's going through these guys' heads now, Nigel? I mean, the pressure has been on all day. It's late in the afternoon, and you know, you get up. I used to get up about 6 o'clock in the morning, not able to eat. The way you can handle the nerves, as we look at the start list on screen, the way you can handle the nerves for today is just, you know, a big part of it. To be strong all day and not, you know, you can actually mentally exhaust yourself worrying about what's coming all day long.
Yeah, for sure, Rob. I mean, this course, especially, different courses have, you know, different parts of the track that are mentally harder than others. You know, some of the steeper tracks have got really gnarly, scary sections, you know, that you need to get dialed in right from day one, and you know, you've got to build confidence on those. I think on this track, you know, the main part of this track is the pedaling and the physical aspect of it, and you've just got to be mentally prepared to bury yourself in that middle section of the course, which a downhill track doesn't usually have, and the riders know that once they've buried themselves at give it 100%, they're going to be really fatigued, you're going to be dizzy, you're going to be absolutely knackered. You've still got a big downhill section of the track to go where you need to be on the pedals, you need to be jumping, and you need to get it, you know, all those sections right as well. Perfect, so yeah. I think it's a really big mental track, this one, and people know what it's like. They've done the training, they've got the preparation, they've got the bike set up for the course, and you know, now it's just going to be totally mental on how hard you can bury yourself on that track.
You're absolutely right. Definitely a big part of it. Well, perhaps no one stronger than Greg Menard mentally has proved that over the last few times we visited here in South Africa. So we saw the start list there on screen. We have got 69 starters in this men's final. of course, it'll be the world-ranked #1 rider, Giatta. It'll be the last down this hillside this afternoon. Steve Smith right before him. Greg Minard, third man from last off. Hill, Bruni, Hanna in reverse order. Tyrion, Marcelo, Guterres, Villegas, Florent Payet, Brooke McDonald, Sam Blenkinsop, Marcus Peckel, Troy Brosnan, Aaron Gwynner, 14th off from last. Lorenzo Suding, Hart there, 16th off from last. Robin Wallner, Simmons, Mark Beaumont, and of course the man rounding out the top 20 is the boy on home soil from Cape Town, Andrew Neithlin. And there's many, many big names to come in the first 60 riders before we get down to that as well, Nigel. It's going to be an unbelievable World Championships. Hotting up there, I think probably the winner, you would imagine, going to come somewhere, I think, from the last 6 riders down the hill this afternoon. But who knows? Of course, maybe deteriorating a little bit as the day goes on, dries out and gets blown out. But I don't think enough to affect the times too much of those top guys, do you?
No, Rob, I think, you hit the nail on the head there. There's a lot of the top runners in that last 6, but also, the way that things have switched up a little bit this year, the ranking is done on world ranking points. It's not necessarily, like in the past, it's been the ranking has been done on the World Cup overall positioning. So there is a few guys outside that top 10 on the number plates. You've got Danny Hart, you've got Aaron Gwynn, and they're possible riders that can sneak into those top positions as well, even though the number board doesn't show it. But yeah, I think it's going to be a fantastic men's race this afternoon, Rob. I think we should just, both of us wish all the men good luck for their race this afternoon at the World Championships.
Absolutely. Nothing more coveted in the world of mountain bike downhill than, of course, the World Championships there. You can see just how dusty this course is at the top as well, Nigel. Unbelievable. So we're getting things underway now. First man is on course. Germany. Joyce from Germany. Fastest, obviously, at split #1. He's the only one who's gone through at 1:58.650. The time for him. But we talk about this course, talk about the World Championships. Absolutely steeped in history, Nigel. Started all the way back in 1990 when Greg Herbold, legend, H-Ball himself, took the win there in Durango. And a year after that in Il Ciocco, Italy, it was Albert Ayton, Dave Cullinan, who can forget his win in Bromont. Apparently, stuff of legends, he timed the big jump where you would hit the chairs on the ski lift. He waited, braked early, and timed it so he could send this big bridge, I think it was, and send it right between the chairlifts. Only someone like Cully could pull that off.
Yeah, one of the legends of the sport. A fantastic BMXer, amazing downhill, and still to this day one of the best bike riders in the world we've seen. Rob, Dave Cullinan, such a legend, and a guy with a lot of injuries and health problems, and was able to overcome them and be at the top of the sport.
An absolute legend, no doubt about that. I'm sure he's watching, sat in his palace in California somewhere.
Yeah, miss hanging out with Cully, he's a funny guy.
I saw him a little while ago actually, yeah, he's just exactly the same as he's always been. So George coming down then, sending the big money maker step down safely. And he's going to go for that hip on the inside, over that big hip. Well, could send it a bit tighter than that. We're running out of legs by this point. So there he goes, across the line, obviously the fastest time. He's set the benchmark. 4:21 the time to beat.
The fastest time of the day.
Sorry, I just cut you off there. Yeah, absolutely. So, the second man to leave their go, it's Louis Hamilton from New Zealand. On his way down. So yeah, and then looking back here. So Cully winning in 92. 93 Merrier was Mike King, who took the win. That was my first World Championships, and Steve Peets actually. Vale 94, Gachet, Kurtzarten. Well, I won't bore you with all these, but Kurtzarten, Kahn, Chateau de Monson, and Order in Sweden all belong to Nicholas Vuillot. Sierra Nevada in 2000, it was my teammate Miles Rockwell who took the win there, narrowly pipping Steve Peet. And then it was Vuillot again, Vale 01 and 02, and then 02 confront Vuillot yet again. Minard, you're going to see him in action today. Homeboy here in Pietermaritzburg, taking his first World Championship title as Louis Hamilton goes second there, 0.475 back. And in 2004, Leger, Fabien Barral. 2005, Fabien Barral. Before Sam Hill, another rider we're going to see in action today, taking his first World Championship senior win. Rotorua 06, repeated it in 07. 08, it was Giatta, Another man definitely going to be a contender today. After 17 years tried, finally Steve Peat won in Canberra in 2009. 2010, Sam Hill's third World Championship. Champri, 2011, it was Danny Hart. And of course, last year, the man who's going to be defending that title later on today, Greg Minnaar. And I really don't know which way this one's going to go. I really don't. I think, you've got to look at the big guys, Nige. Who do you think?
Well, as you say, Rob, it's anyone's game, really. You've been reading internet comments this week, and those guys all seem to know who's going to win back at home. They study this sport probably more than me and you do, Rob. And they've got Mick Hanna down, Stevie Smith, Greg Minnaar, Mick Hanna. You've got G. Atherton, and you can't count out Sam Hill. He's on my team. I'm going to be rooting for him as well as Matt Simmons. So good luck to them boys. But this isn't a course that totally suits Sam. He's going to be as fast as anybody on the rough and technical stuff at the top of the course, but he's going to have to dig in really deep on the middle. And actually, I think he's the only person on flat pedals still in this race, Rob. So
yeah, probably he is. Yeah, and of course, don't forget Jared Graves as well there on that bike. He's been doing big things on the Enduro World Series. He's actually took that bike and using it for the Downhill World Championships. As we look at Marco Milovinti, the Italian, at 13th actually the 2011 World. So what's he going to do here? He was actually 6th at split number 1. Fastest through the speed trap though, 46 kilometres an hour. He's going to go outside that side of Jasper Joyce there. So he goes third, 4:28, 6.831 back at the moment.
And then obviously, Rob, we can't count out Mitch Roppolato after that time training session on that 29er Enduro bike. So let's see what he can throw down this afternoon, and that will definitely throw the cat amongst the pigeons if he can make a podium position on that bike. The internet will blow up.
The internet will melt. It'll be unbelievable. So Maximilian Bender on his way down.
Hopefully his wheels are not too bent, Rob, and he can make it down to the finish line.
So 6.7 back at split 1. 5th place for him, 4th through the speed trap, 44 kilometres an hour. But still attacking.
But yeah, the German rider giving it his all, coming into the finish line. You've got to give it out to him. All these riders are at the World Championships, they're doing it for their country, and that was a solid ride there for Maximilian Bender.
Third for him at the moment. So
some of these guys, Rob, though, even if they don't get a medal or really a hope of getting a medal, it's just a fantastic experience to race for your country at the World Championships.
Yeah, as we now look at Ayola from the USA there, fastest at split number 2 actually, intermediate 2, 3:34 the time for him. So he is on a great run.
Yeah, Kevin, one of the SoCal riders, riding on a 27.5 KHS bike. They were one of the first bicycle manufacturers, producing a downhill bike with 27-inch wheels. They had those last year, and interestingly enough, his teammate Kevin going into lead there, 3.4 up, so that's a great ride for him. But yeah, his teammate actually ended up 3rd place at Red Bull Rampage on a 20.